Everybody, back with another video on the Resilient Jenkins, and in this video we're going to be talking about how Stephanie is being a bully and also being a hypocrite, because she's a woman of God now. She's being very mean and kind of acting basically like a bully to this woman who's also doing mommy content at the same shelter they're in. So what happened? So this girl, she goes and she does mommy content, right? Living at the shelter, being a single mom.
I hope everyone is having a good Friday. Clean my motel shelter with me. I'm just going to clarify this one time. I am living in a motel through a shelter voucher, so this is not an actual shelter, it's a motel. But anyways, yesterday I did not clean or post. I kind of just gave myself a break, so that's why the room is so out of control. But I just wanted to get on here and thank everyone and just talk about some updates. So I did get a call from the St. John's Transitional Housing. I do have an interview with them on Wednesday. Yay! But I'm just nervous. I just don't want to go somewhere and not like it and stuff. And I feel like I just can't afford another move mentally, financially, anything. Like I want to go somewhere and stay there and build myself up. I don't want to be having my son place to place to place. Like, that's just not good. So I have two choices. I could stay here on this voucher for 4 months, find childcare, work and save, and then get an apartment through my savings and hopefully some DV grant help. Or I could go to the transitional housing and just save for 18 months. And I feel like that's probably what I'm gonna do, because then I could really move into my apartment with a lot of savings and not be like stressed out scraping by. Or do you guys think I could just stay here for the 4 months and make it? What do you guys think? But I am deciding to keep my TikTok for a while now. All the love just outweighs the hate. If you know me from posting vlogs in my apartment days, I've never received hate or anything like that, so it's a little uncomfortable.
According to her, she says that she met Stephanie. They met each other. According to Stephanie, she's never met her. So the girl goes on TikTok and she goes live and she's talking about Stephanie and stuff like that. She's not saying anything bad about Stephanie. But guess what? Stephanie goes and she joins the live. Yes, she does. But it was only for a little bit. Why? Because all of a sudden, something went wrong and she was booted off of the live. Do you find that a little bit suspicious? All of a sudden, she's there confronting somebody and they're about to have a normal conversation. That's what the other girl thinks, the woman. But then all of a sudden, Stephanie vanishes. Stephanie goes and she starts making videos back to back. Now she's going in on this girl who just wants to be her friend. Stephanie makes a video and says that she just wants to be friends. She just wants to be friends with this girl, right? And she just wants to be a supportive person.
Look, I didn't really want to address this because there hasn't been any kind of drama. It's to my point of view, I've just been trying to be supportive to somebody who seems like they're going through a difficult time. But y'all should know by now that there's another person posting from this motel. She at first claimed it was a shelter, but it very much is a motel. She just gets the vouchers through the state, whatever. She's currently live right now.
Want to be a friend and be supportive? Yeah, that's not how you go about doing things. She goes on with her paranoia. She starts saying that this woman is suspicious.
You met me in person without saying who you were, which is very suspicious, honestly. But I will call stuff out when it starts to get suspicious, because why do you keep deleting your account? Why do you keep deleting the videos?
This girl is suspicious is because she keeps deleting her account and deleting her videos. So Stephanie does not like that. You guys are seeing this? Do you see how scared she is? Do you see what's leading up to it? Oh, wow, this woman is very suspicious. A woman that just wants to make friends with her. How dare her try to be friends with Stephanie? She had the audacity, Stephanie, to go and DM this girl and bring up why she doesn't show her face in her videos, because the girl doesn't, as you clearly saw in the videos that I was playing, showing her type of content, right? She doesn't show her face for some reason. It may be because, I'll get into it later, her relationship with her baby's father. But anyway, so she went, Stephanie, and DM'd her and was basically saying, oh, how come you don't show your face? And how come you only show your kid?
I messaged you as friendly as I could, pointing out that you don't show your face, you're only showing your kid's face on social media, and look, even I'm gonna say that's a little bit weird.
And then has the nerve to call the woman weird. This is coming from her. She has the audacity to call this woman weird. Weird The woman who went and stood with a PDF file allegedly after finding out, well, not allegedly, we saw the court documents, right, that were put out there, right? We saw that and we know. You continue to stay with a PDF file. You had kids with him. Like, you didn't see no red flags and you're talking about people are weird. Stephanie goes and has the audacity, the motherfucking audacity to say that this woman is using her son to get views and to get help and money and stuff like that. And it's really weird how she's not showing her face.
Your face, you're only showing your kid's face on social media. And look, even I'm going to say that's a little bit weird. Like, either you are a single mom who shares content with you and your kid and you share yourself as well, or you just don't show your kid, period, because it's spotlight on the kid. You're using your story, you're using your kid to try to get help and get stuff figured out for you. That's very much not something me and Drew do with our story. Like, we know that this struggle that is ours is our mess to fix, and we really don't try to beg people to fix it.
They would never do that. They never took gifts, never took strollers from people, Christmas gifts, and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? You know, because Stephanie, it's not like she has been showing her kids to us the entire time for the past several years that she's been on TikTok. Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You've been showing us your kids. You've been exploiting your children to all of us on social media. You have been begging for money yourself, putting up GoFundMes and putting up all types of stuff with your registries on Amazon. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Oh, damn.
They just go and show their struggle and shit like that, but they don't beg people to fix their problems. Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Did you forget the time when you came on Facebook and were asking people for help because your credit was so bad and you wanted somebody to go ahead and co-sign for you? Oh, forgot about that, right? You were begging on social media? Yeah, exactly. You ain't better than her. Remember who the fuck you are at the end of the day. Or somebody like me will remind you. And she's trash talking, right? She's saying all this about the girl. And then she's like, hey, I'm about to go outside and garden, you know, blow it down. And she's like, hey, if you want to, you can meet me in the parking lot.
In the same parking lot as me, girl. Like, I'm about to go outside and toke, so actually pop out and say hi to me. Don't fucking talk about me like you know me, like we're buddy when you haven't even actually got out and talked to me. When I called you out about it being a little sus that you're here sharing content, you got quiet on me and deleted the account. Okay. If you're not shady, if you're just trying to be a friend here, girl, then just be a friend, because I'm just trying to be a friend too.
Where I come from and other people come from, those are fighting words. That's an invitation to be like, hey, like, what's poppin', what's good? I'm about to go outside. And she basically said if the girl wants to talk to her, she can go and step out in the parking lot right now. And while she was saying that in the video, the girl was still live. So she was basically inviting this girl to have a confrontation that could have possibly led to probably a physical altercation. But maybe we know at the end who would have really won. So Stephanie goes and she makes another video addressing this woman. Why? Because, ooh, she is pissed off. Only her, right? Only her. Why? Because she's the only one that can do content coming out of this motel. And now we've got somebody doing content out of the same shelter that she's in. We can't have that. We can't have that because Stephanie is scared. What are you hiding, Stephanie? What are you scared of? And of course, she's better than all of us and better than this woman. And how dare this woman go and make mommy content just like Stephanie's been doing. She goes, and in this video now, the second one, she's claiming that as she was getting the kids inside of her vehicle, Drew's vehicle, whatever the fuck, that basically this girl was shouting at her in the parking lot and she don't deal with that type of energy.
But I'm not going to keep throwing the energy that the devil wants me to back at people, okay? I don't know why you're yelling at me in the middle of the parking lot while I'm trying to get my kids in the car. It's energy you carry, honey, not me.
So you heard what she had to say, and did you guys capture the caption? I'll put a screenshot right now. Stephanie went and said that she purposely played music in the video so nobody like myself and others would be able to monetize off of the video. But of course, I went and I cut it short so that I'm not violating anything. but I see what you're doing, Stephanie. I see what you're doing behind the scenes. You're pulling a Gypsy Blanchard. Stephanie then went and posted another video. And this video, what is she doing? Do you think she's trash talking the girl, continuing to trash talk her because this girl just wants a friendship? No, she's apologizing.
Yeah, no, not so fast, internet, okay? I want to address this now just because I don't want it to keep spiraling. Y'all have the funnest time creating drama and just letting issues spiral for nothing, okay? But I spoke out of line. And I will always admit when that's the case because I don't want drama between me and people. I don't. Hell, like I said, am trying to be friendly and trying to make friends with people.
Shut the fuck up! And we, the people, us, everybody besides Stephanie, that we're creating drama. That we took this whole thing and we spun it like a huge tarantula spider web, right? Because she didn't go and make videos and start the drama herself with somebody who's just trying to get to know her because she's scared that maybe she'll get more views, more clout, more money. She goes in the video and she's basically saying that she's trying to be friendly with this girl. This is what she calls being friendly. I feel so bad for these children. She says, and that maybe God went and placed this girl in her life for her to have friends. You think so?
The way I see it, what if this is just like, I know, go ahead, call me fucking corny. What if this is really just God's way of placing somebody that close to my life that he's like, girl, make a freaking friend. I'm just trying to be friendly. I shouldn't have said what I said about her son because that's her decision, it's her choice, and I don't know her intentions and reasons, so I don't want to be the type of person who judges someone else's parenting choices. I get it enough. Why would I do that? No, it's just not cool, and I apologize for doing that. So what else? I was gonna say something else. You know, I got defensive quick because I was like, how are you gonna be like friendly and say you're trying to be a friend? But then more or less the conversation starts to sway like, if it's convenient to insult her, I'll say it. And I don't fuck with that. I'm sorry. Like instantly that just makes me feel like, I don't know, defensive. And it shouldn't, because that's something I need to work on within myself. More or less like being defensive is just not gentleness. It's not practicing any kind of patience and kindness. And I apologize. Like I shouldn't just bark with my freaking energy. I'm a little bit overcautious because like she was a little bit more honest about it. There's some sketch ass activity in that motel, okay? Like day in and day out. And I just shut the doors and try to ignore it. And I'm just like instantly, like I said, I'm so cautious and nervous about like people being that close and possibly having any kind of ill intentions. So I feel like I'm a little more defensive even in that topic than I need to be. Oh yeah. People saying that I would be jealous that she's posting. No, girl, you do you. In fact, like, let's make content together. That would be freaking awesome. Or I will repost your videos. I've done it before for people, and I don't have any intention of me being the only one sharing it in my god. That's freaking hilarious. I could give a fuck. I really want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to come up out of their struggles. Not just me. Hell no, not just me. That's a terrible mindset. I cannot even imagine being like that. Only me. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you. Anyways, sorry for the freaking rat ball. Not really sorry because it's just me, but I am sorry that I popped up online and said something that I should have fucking thought through better. Should have spoke to the source herself. Like when you're on live and you're answering questions and you feel like you're just in a corner with people just blah 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 blah, you say stuff, and sometimes like you say things that you don't even mean for them to be interpreted the way that it is. So maybe that was the case last night, and I didn't even give it 2 minutes. I just was like, yep, nope. Especially because when I was on the live with her for a second there, my system just, I don't know if it was something like with the Wi-Fi or what, but it just booted me off, and I thought she was legit just like, no, I'm just gonna insult and then kick you off. And I was like, girl, what? And again, that was my bad. I really should have just like reached out. I don't know why it looked like the account was hidden from me for a minute there, but again, could just be a TikTok glitch. Okay? Bye.
Now I'm just gonna say this once. Treating people right is better than posting Bible verses every day that you don't even practice. Listen to that again.
Now this girl, she says that she's off of TikTok. She's done. She's deleting her videos. And basically it's because of Stephanie bullying her. But according to her, no. She went and she made a post on her TikTok. And she basically said that she's going to delete her TikTok because she doesn't want the drama. She's basically tired of it. And now people are reporting her Cash App. And that if she deletes her videos, guys, it's because she just needs a break from all of this shit that's going on between her and Stephanie, what Stephanie really made into something very big. She went, this woman, and she made another post addressing the issue with her and Stephanie. She says that she left to an Airbnb for a few days. It was cheaper for her. And it's actually because she has an interview, and that it's not because Stephanie went and bullied her. She said that she apologizes, that basically they didn't meet, during a conversation up close or whatever. What happened was that they both came outside, they saw each other, and they both said hi and smiled to each other. So shout out to her for going and elaborating and saying, listen, my bad. I went and said that I met Stephanie, and I kind of really did it. So she went on to say that, and basically, yeah, they smiled at each other, but that wasn't enough to say that she officially went and, met Stephanie. She then went on to say in her post that Stephanie was at the motel first. And you know what? Basically, this is Stephanie's turf, And the poor girl is apologizing to Stephanie. Like, you know what? She was here first, and I'm going to respect that. I'm going to respect her privacy. This is Stephanie's turf. This is her property. She's the only one that can do mommy content. Sorry, I stepped on your shoes, and I'm just going to back away and stuff like that. And it's like, girl, do not let her run you off of shit. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Like we're in Florida. Stand your ground. Like we're in Texas. Stand your ground. Don't let her bully you. Don't let her talk to you like that and then just go ahead and say, I'm done with TikTok. No, if you do content, go ahead and use this and all of the stuff that she's saying for you to get more views. You're smart. I see why you went and started content. You started it obviously because I believe Stephanie must have inspired you in some sort of way. Go ahead and do your thing, girl. Don't let her run you off and then mess your little stuff up. You know what I'm saying? That you went and started. She is not the only one that's allowed to do mommy content, which, by the way, is crappy. The only reason why we talk about her, we're tuned in, is because of all her drama that she decides to tell us, and also drama that we found out through court documents that she was hiding and a whole bunch of other lies. But yeah, other than that, Stephanie has just been posting shitty food that she's been giving her kids, hamster food that I call it, and also showing videos of how dirty her house is and explaining how, she just lets her kids once again be little piglets and not tell them to clean up, but then she's complaining that everything is so filthy and dirty and that nobody helps her, which we know she's talking about Drew.
I feel I share the gap of time between when I drop my kids off at school and then when I pick them up very often, and I thought, why not? Outside of the routine appointments and appointment setting and just mom duties, I feel 80% of my days is spent cleaning, because if I'm not constantly trying to keep up on this place, it quickly falls behind. And I really try to just let my kids live in the moment and try not to put the pressure of constantly keeping it clean, because it's obviously not that easy in this small of an area with everybody in here. It's an unfair standard to put on anybody. I try to keep up on it the best I can, and I do get anxious because I don't like a mess. I really don't. And I have a hard time knowing what's the balance. I want to set a boundary for my kids and have them understand leaving a constant mess around you is just not it. You're not going to bringing that into adulthood. But then at the same time, it's I want them to have a childhood and not spend all of their childhood cleaning. So it's not even the mess that makes me anxious. It's the fact that within the mess, there's so many things that my kids can get into. And I feel I want to make sure that I'm taking care of it. So I start cleaning to take care of that. And then I have to turn around because someone's got into something and spilled something. Someone starts climbing up a bed or jumping on dad who's trying to get some sleep after work. And since wandering minds are going to go there, let me clarify. The things I'm worried about my kids getting into is spilling milk, smashing strawberries all over the furniture. Literally, while I was making this video, my daughter dumped out 3 different cups and a thing of cornmeal. There's nothing extravagant for my kids to get into. I just want the things cleaned up because I don't like a mess. Oh, and I forgot to mention that yesterday I made some syrup with some strawberry tops, and it was a little bit bitter, but it was still good. Anyways, thanks for watching this chaotic video.
And she's allowing her kids to be like this. Can you imagine when they're adults how their house is going to look? Disgusting. They're going to end up on hoarders. At least one of them. And then they're going to need therapy too. I hate talking about kids, but I'm not really saying anything bad about them. I'm just saying the truth. And unfortunately, they have this woman as their mother who obviously has showed us a horrible example of a mother. Now, I see comments on social media telling me, you know what? All I see is a woman trying. I understand, yes. She feeds them. She does this. She does her mommy duties. As she should. She's supposed to do that. She's a mother. That's like when Drew goes and cleans and does videos. It's like this big thing. You're a father. You're supposed to be doing all that stuff. What the fuck do you want us to do? Cash out you money for mopping? And if anybody cares, here's a video that Drew went and posted a few days ago talking about nothing and talking about how he's planning on earning more money from social media platforms. He made $200 this past month on TikTok, blah, 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 anything than to get a freaking job that pays him more money.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great morning. Little update. Just been trying to stay consistent with work. I'm learning that consistency, it's not about how hard you can push and then you get burnt out. It's about just keep doing it over and over and over again, and eventually those small successes are going to pay off. And that's kind of what's going on. It's a slow snowball. If you keep doing it, the snowball of success is slowly going to start getting bigger, no matter what you do. If you just keep doing it. It may not be favorable in everybody's position, but eventually it's going to work. And eventually there's going to be new opportunities to make new avenues of income. Besides that, I've just been trying to learn, take a step back and learn as much as possible. Been consistently doing 20 to 30 hours of gig work. And if people don't know, gig work is any kind of side work. They just call it gig work. There's other, DoorDashers or delivery drivers that just use the term gig work. That's just what they use because they use multiple platforms, I guess is what you call it. But trying to stay consistent on that, 20 to 30 hours a week, 4 to 6 hours a day, depending on the day and the time of day, time of week, and how busy it is, and weather's a factor as well. I want to say that I want to get cooking and cleaning videos out and content out like that. But sometimes time frames don't fit. And there are times, I'm not going to lie, where sometimes I'm tired from just everything. So sometimes I play the game for an hour or so. And I gotta do something to wind down. But besides that, things are, I guess, smooth as possible, or going smooth as possible. Just trying to stay consistent. And hopefully that pays off in the long run. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great morning. Little update. Just been trying to stay consistent with work. I'm learning that consistency, it's not about how hard you can push and then you get burnt out.
So basically it's 6 a.m. and now it's Saturday. I've been editing this video since Friday last night. And right before I go to wrap this up, I went on TikTok to see if anything new was popping off. And I look and the girl goes and she takes down all her videos from TikTok because of Stephanie bullying her. So there you guys have it, an update, a Friday update on the resilient Jenkins on how Stephanie is being a bully to a woman who's simply trying to earn her trust to become her friend, and nothing more, is gonna come out of it, and just more videos of her dirty motel and her being a hypocrite. Go ahead, leave a comment, let me know what you think. I'll be back with another video. Happy Friday, and I'm out.
Want to know a shocker is that I actually am becoming grateful for this little stay in this freaking motel. Surprisingly, I don't even think I thought I would say that. What a lot of people get stuck on is they sit there with this idea that, well, if you had a perfect home, all of your problems would be gone. And even I was in that mindset where, okay, it's the home and that's what needs to be fixed. That's not the case at all. 30 some years to come to this conclusion, but it's not the home, it's the people within the home that make the home. okay? Be mindset about your environment, you're going to carry that to your next environment. A state of gratefulness, sense of peace comes from within, not the environment that you're in. While it's a given that a better suited environment would provide endless benefits for my family, and you do what you want to do with your children, but I'm not about to teach my kids to be shallowly materialistic with their life, okay? I'm not about to teach my kids that their value is wrapped up in the home that they live in, the clothes that they wear, the car that they drive, but I will teach them to give a middle finger to anyone who says otherwise, because those are shallow individuals who just don't follow a godly type of personality as it is, so fuck them. While God does give us the desires to want more for our life, he doesn't tell us to be uncontent with what we have. In fact, quite the opposite. He calls us to be grateful, be present. All things he's taught me heavily during this motel stay, and things I don't feel I would have learned had I not have gone through this. So yes, I'm grateful for being here.